Hello everyone. In this section, we will talk about what is neural network. In the field of deep learning, neural networks have a wide range of applications. To understand neural networks, we need to break it down and understand the most basic units of a neural network. We have introduced that artificial neural network is designed based on the human brain. A human brain has billions of neurons. Neurons are interconnected nerve cells in the human brain that are involved in processing and transmitting chemical and electronic signals. Cell nucleus or soma processes the information received from dendrites. Axon is a cable that is used by neurons to send information. Synapse is the connection between an axon and other neuron dendrites. All these neurons are connected with each other, like millions of them sitting in our brain, and they are all back to their work in the base on the signals as input from other neurons, which may come from other parts of the body. An artificial neuron is a mathematical function based on a model of biological neurons, where each neuron takes inputs, weighs them separately, sums them up, and passes this sum through a nonlinear function to produce output. The biological neuron is analogous to artificial neurons in the following term. A perceptron is a single-layer neural network that is used to classify linear data. It has four important components: inputs, weights and bias, summation function, and activation or transformation function. The basic logic behind the perceptron is as follows. The inputs X received from the input layer are multiplied with their assigned weights W. The multiplied values are then added to form the weighted sum. The weighted sum of the inputs and their respective weights are then applied to a relevant activation function. The activation function maps the input to the respective output. Why do we have to assign weights to each input? Once an input variable is fed to the network, a randomly chosen value is assigned as the weight of that input. The weight of each input data point indicates how important that input is in predicting the outcome. The bias parameter, on the other hand, allows us to adjust the activation function curve in such a way that a precise output is achieved. Once the inputs are assigned some weight, the product of the respective input and weight is taken. Adding all these products gives us the weighted sum. This is done by the summation function. The main aim of the activation functions is to map the weighted sum to the output. Activation functions such as ReLU, sigmoid, and so on are examples of transformation functions. Modeled in accordance with the human brain, a neural network is built to mimic the functionality of a human brain. The human brain is a neural network made up of multiple neurons. Similarly, an artificial neural network is made up of multiple perceptrons. A neural network consists of three important layers. Input layer. As the name suggests, this layer accepts all the inputs provided by the programmer. Hidden layer. Between the input and the output layer is a set of layers known as hidden layers. In this layer, computations are performed which result in the output. Output layer. The inputs go through a series of transformations via the hidden layer, which finally results in the output that is delivered via this layer. The growth of machine learning and AI has enabled organizations to provide smart solutions and predictive personalization to their customers. However, not all organizations have the liberty to implement machine learning and AI for their processes due to various reasons. This is where the services of various deep learning frameworks come in. These are interfaces, libraries, or tools which are generally open source that people with little knowledge of machine learning and AI can easily integrate. Deep learning frameworks can help you upload data and train a deep learning model that would lead to accurate and intuitive predictive analysis. Google's Brain team developed a deep learning framework called TensorFlow, which supports languages like Python and R, and uses data flow graphs to process data. This is very important because as you build these neural networks, you can look at how the data flows through the neural network. TensorFlow's machine learning models are easy to build, can be used for robust machine learning production, and allow powerful experimentation for research. With TensorFlow, you also get Tensorboard for data visualization, which is a large package that generally goes unnoticed. Tensorboard simplifies the process of visual displaying data. When working with your shareholders, you can use the R and Python visualization packages as well. Charlotte originally developed Keras with more than 350,000 users and more than 700 open source contributors, making it one of the fastest growing deep learning framework packages. Keras supports high-level neural network API, written in Python. What makes Keras interesting is that it runs on top of TensorFlow, Tino, and CNTK. Keras is used in several startups, research labs, and companies including Microsoft Research, NASA, Netflix, etc. PyTorch is built on the Lua-based scientific computing framework for machine learning and deep learning algorithms. PyTorch is widely used in large companies like Facebook, Twitter, Google, etc. Some people have made great contributions to the development of neural networks. Let's look at some representative figures. Geoffrey Hinton, a famous British computer scientist and a psychologist, is known as the father of neural network and godfather of artificial intelligence for his outstanding contribution to neural network. Hinton is one of the inventors of BP algorithm and an active promoter of deep learning. He is currently a professor of computer science at the University of Toronto. Yann LeCun. He is known as the father of convolution network. He built the first convolutional neural network called LearNet in 1988. LearNet was used for character recognition tasks like reading zip codes and digits. His convolution network model is widely used in computer vision and speech recognition applications. Bengel's paper, a neuroprobabilistic language model, pioneered the neural network language model. Its overall thinking has influenced and inspired many papers based on neural network to do NLP, which have been widely used in industry. Bengel has also contributed to the analysis of gradient vanishing, the rudiment of word-to-vec, and the popular computer translation. Together with Geoffrey Hinton and Yann LeCun, Banjo won the 2018 Turing Award. This is the end of this section. Thanks for watching and welcome to the next period.